The most awkward part of unfamiliar software is often not the software. It is admitting you cannot find the next step. You search the docs, watch half a product video, open a help bubble, and finally book a call where someone watches you click around. Nina launched on Product Hunt today with a more introvert-friendly premise. The guide should live inside the product and help at the exact moment you get stuck. A user asks, "How do I?" by voice or text, and Nina guides them step by step on the live interface. If that works, a confused moment stays a private workflow instead of becoming a social event. The product is aimed at business software teams that still rely on onboarding calls, recorded walkthroughs, Slack channels, and repeated support answers. Nina says it is not a scripted product tour, a generic chatbot, or an FAQ. That distinction is the whole story. A tour guesses what every user needs before they begin. A chatbot gives an answer beside the interface. Nina's promise is more specific. Understand where the user is, then guide the next action inside the interface they are already using. It moves help from a separate conversation into the work itself. Imagine a quiet freelancer trying a project management platform for the first time. The goal is simple: create a client workspace, invite one collaborator, and make a recurring task. The old workflow branches immediately. Which menu? Which permission? Is recurring hidden in automation settings? The user either experiments anxiously or asks support 3 small questions. With an in-product guide, the test becomes one sentence. Show me how to create a private client workspace with a weekly recurring task. The useful result is not a paragraph describing the menus. It is a sequence that highlights the actual controls, waits for each action, and adapts if the screen changes. That same workflow helps the founder on the other side. Early software teams often turn every confusing feature into human labor. The founder records another loom, rewrites the docs, answers the same Slack question, and schedules a call because the product has not learned to explain itself. This is especially expensive for quiet builders. They created software to scale a process, then discover they have also created a small career in live demonstrations. Nina's introvert advantage is not removing people. It is saving human attention for the questions that are genuinely unusual, emotional, risky, or valuable. I would pilot it on one narrow path, not the whole product. Choose the task that generates the most repetitive support: inviting a teammate, importing data, or publishing a page. Connecting an integration, or changing a permission. Write down the correct path and the dangerous branches. Then watch 5 users attempt it with the guide. Measure 3 things. Did they finish? Where did the guide hesitate? And did they still contact support? A good in-product assistant should reduce time to completion without hiding uncertainty. If it is guessing, it should stop and hand off cleanly, instead of confidently pointing at the wrong button. There are real caveats. Product interfaces change, permissions differ, some users have missing data, unusual account states, or accessibility needs that a happy path demo will miss. Voice input is convenient, but not every office or public place is comfortable for speaking. And an assistant that observes a live interface raises sensible questions about privacy. Nina's Product Hunt page describes the experience, but it does not provide enough public detail for a privacy or reliability verdict. So treat this as an early product worth testing. My verdict is, try it if repetitive onboarding is stealing time from a small team, but give it one job and keep receipts. Compare completion rate, support contacts, and wrong step rate before and after. Keep a visible escape hatch to a person. Do not measure success by how many chatbot conversations happened. Measure whether users completed the task with less friction and more confidence. The best AI guide should feel almost invisible. You ask one small question, the interface becomes legible, and then the assistant gets out of the way. The larger signal is that software support is moving from explaining the product to helping inside the product. That matters for introverts on both sides. Users get to learn privately, at their own pace, without scheduling a competence performance. Builders get fewer repeated calls and more time for the difficult work. The tool is not the point. The relief is a product that can answer before you have to ask a stranger, and can guide without turning every moment of uncertainty into another conversation.